hundreds of comments asking for a beveled M, so let's do it. First, we're going to box up our letter, and we want it to look like this. We want the middle to come down pretty close to the bottom. With these steep pieces leading into the middle, we want flat tops, flat bottoms. Now that we've got it boxed up, we need to identify the ends. So there's two obvious ends, this first one and the far left end, but we're also going to count the middle as an end. And we're going to put triangles on all three ends. Then our second step is connecting corners anytime the letter bends. So it comes up along here and it bends to go over to the left. So we're going to connect this corner right here. And then it bends to go down. So we're also going to connect this corner to the same spot. And then it comes down and it bends to go up. So we have to connect these corners, but we're going to connect that middle point with the top of the triangle like this. And then it starts going up and it bends to go over to the left. So we're going to connect these corners here. And then it goes over and bends to come down. So we're going to connect these corners right here, same as the other side. Next up is our middle line, and this gets a little bit tricky as well. So we're going through the middle, starting on that far triangle, go across the top in the middle, and then we connect it to the top of this triangle. So that's where it's a little bit different. And we do the same on both sides, go up, and then we go through the middle of this top area, and then middle on this far left side. Now we've got all our lines done, time to add some color. We're using a lighter and a darker color. In this case, I'm using purples. And we're using a top left light source, so we're filling in everywhere on the top or the left. So starting on this far side, this is the left of this piece. So we're going to fill this in with the lighter color. And then this next section has a very obvious top and bottom. We're going to fill in the top where the light would be hitting with the lighter color. Now this next spot's a little tricky, but I'm going to count this part that I'm filling in as the left. I feel like it's more likely that light hits here than that spot on top. And then this next section, this part is obviously on the left and the top. So we're going to fill this in with the lighter color. And this next section has a very obvious top and bottom. We're going to fill in the top with the lighter color. Then this next section, this has a very obvious left and a very obvious right. We're filling in with the lighter color since it's on the left. Now it's time for our darker color, and we're just filling in everywhere else, everywhere that is either on the bottom or the right where the light would not be hitting. Now it's time for our highlights. When I do colored beveled letters, I think using a light tone of the color that I used for the letter looks the best rather than white. So in this case, I'm just using a very light purple, and we're adding highlights around the full edge of every piece that we filled in with the lighter color. And then we're using black to add a drop shadow. This goes on the exterior of everywhere that we filled in with dark. So on the bottom and the right, and we're adding a drop shadow just like we normally would in any other case.